it doesn't matter who we play against if our goal is to win.
Has that been putting pressure on you guys?
I don't care what pressure, what people think, what people want.
They're pretty stuck in just scrimming like on high ping or their own region.
I'm really happy that SkRossi is back. He's not quite there at VCT level. I'll go with Revenant.
You have been, of course, in this team for not that long, and you've already created some impact, right? If there is one thing that you know about, of course, the talisman of our region, SkRossi, is that he loves playing around that operator, and we've seen a little bit less of it. And of course, you were also the decision making of him transitioning back to that jet in split too. So, what was the reasoning behind?
I mean, it kind of made sense with the play styles that I was seeing from people. Like, even though it was on silver, it was still being aggressive, and Skills was very support minded. Para was like good team player. Sultan was a great lurker. Dos like good flex everywhere. Just like the killing everyone. Why is he doing his eyebrow like that? So it just made sense for the way they play the game. Like, not even looking at agents, just the way they play the game. So yeah, I mean, he's still been doing good on the duelist, and yeah, should still be seeing that more.
You are now going to be facing off, of course, against SPG. Your first game is against a Korean team who have come off unbeaten. Have you studied them? Have you looked at them, their gameplay? What do you think about them? And what is your thought? What are your thoughts going into that first game? Because you guys are the opener of Ascension.
I mean, watching them, studying them, I let my coach on IGL do that because I don't want to watch or I don't want to think, oh, okay, they'll play like this, I have to play like this, blah, 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 whatever. I just want to follow our game plan and adapt to the situation. And
Right.
even that's our opening game. I don't know. It doesn't matter who we play against if our goal is to win. If our goal is to win 1-2 games, we need to worry about our opponents. But if you want to win it all, just don't care who you're playing against.
Has there been any pressure on you guys at all? Have you guys been feeling pressure? Because people right now on Twitter, on social media, have been putting a lot that, RNT will do it. This team has got the capacity to, make it through. Maybe we will see for the first time South Asia rise to a new level. We expect them to at least finish top 4. A lot of people on Twitter have been putting that up. Has that been putting pressure on you guys, or is that a source of motivation for you guys? Anybody can.
I didn't even know till now that people have been putting it like that. I've heard it from you, but yeah, I mean, it's part of the game, when you're playing any sport, it's just part of the game. People are going to put pressure on you. People are going to say things. It's just like, I don't think that it should affect us in general. We should just focus on ourselves, do our job, and we'll get the job done. That's it.
No, it's been a year. Me giving I can't say the word. I mean, I don't care. I don't care what pressure, what people think, what people want. It's been a year to all that. I'm just here to play. I want to play. I want to reach my goals. That's it.
You did play against Orangutan last year, what? And is there something in particular that you see South Asian teams doing that, is a problematic thing that they could improve upon?
In my experience, whenever we verse them, I feel they don't seem to like adapt that much. They really stay in what they're comfortable with, and if they face something that they're unfamiliar with or something that's not working, I find they don't really find the answer, and they sometimes just lose out. And that's kind of from my experience. Like when we played them last year, we had like I think we won like the pistol in the bonus or something, and then we just rolled the entire map because they just could never get back into it, and then it happened again on the next map.
Yeah.
And like they were 0-4, and I think just every time they I don't know if it's just because they do play against their own region a lot, because they do have that higher ping. Like they can, I think if they play SG, it's like 70 ping or 90 ping some places, depending on where they are. So it is difficult. I'm not sure what they get to HK, but I'm assuming it's probably it's even worse. So they're pretty stuck in just scrimming like on high ping or their own region. So it's like they don't get that top tier experience in scrims, which is a big factor. So maybe it's just taking them a little bit to like figure out how to play against the international because they just don't have that exposure. So going into it, I'm kind of hoping that SkRossi is kind of bringing them those answers. You know, he's
Yeah.
played at VCT, right? He's played many international events. I'm hoping that he's like mentoring them and what to expect and how to
Yeah.
like deal with the pressure and how to deal with like when things are going wrong, not just when they're going right, because things will go wrong. Like you need to prepare for that.
Yeah, so I'm happy you mentioned the two additions because that's one of my highlights for this team, to be honest. Because if you look at it, DOS9 actually joined as early as this year's January, I think, right? So
Yeah.
from the start of the year,
Yeah.
he started like figuring out what's happening around the region, but didn't really perform up to his standard. But then his teammate, or I guess his fellow countryman, joined, and
Yeah.
I feel like that plays a big factor,
Mhm.
especially in a region where you're new to the region, you're alone in the region, and it might actually affect him individually. But having this fellow countryman join him, I feel like that kind of boosted the whole performance of not just the team, but also DOS9 as an individual. And then Sultan himself is actually performing outrageously in the
Yeah.
server, right? So I feel like these two players um, are actually the key to Revenant, to be honest. And I'm actually looking forward to seeing them play here in Jakarta. Having said that, I'm really happy that SkRossi is back. He's not quite there at VCT level, but he's as in Pacific level, but he's back at the top of this tier.
Yeah.
And as you said, right, and as everybody said here, SkRossi with his experiences, it's really underplayed sometimes. Like just simply sharing his experiences actually helps a lot in terms of perspective, and I feel like that's what a region like SA is actually lacking in, which is perspective and experience from outside, right? So as the IGL curse, whether you believe that it's true or not, he is not performing in terms of frags that well, but this is what matters, right? When you get star players like SkRossi and Paradox now, as well as the two Kazakhstanis, you just need to help direct and help show them the way, I guess. And I feel like this is a pretty good formula, and I just hope they can keep it up because it's gonna be boom. I'm gonna go with JFT just because I like the surprise factor from OCE. I'll go with Revenant. I am
Ooh.
very excited for the Kazakhstanis.
There we go.
That's spicy.
Happy for
Mamba,
SkRossi
straight
as
up.
well. So, and I'll go with full sense.
Right.
I've always believed in the thighs.
Time slows down when it can get no worse. I can feel it running out on me. I don't want these to be my last words. All forgotten, 'cause that's all that